Hello and welcome to this video on encapsulation for Java. So what we're going to be looking at basically is, we've created this employee class, and I've kind of touched on encapsulation, but I just want to, dig just a little bit deeper right now for how encapsulation works. It's not, it's not that it's not that hard to understand. It's just basically one of the four fundamental object-oriented, principles. The other three being inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction, which we're going to look at kind of later on. It's just encapsulation. Basically, is just a mechanism of wrapping data. Data being, our variables here, which we've kind of already got here. These are just getters and setters. The principle of this is setting your variables, data, or whatever you want to call it, private, and then having methods that are public to access them. That's kind of how encapsulation works in a single unit sense. In encapsulation, the variables of this particular class, this class being employee, will be hidden from other classes. And it can only be accessed from other classes through these particular methods that we've got here. So get first name, set first name, get last name, set last name. So these like four getters and setters here, we have our get, and then we get here, and then set here. And these like four methods basically can only be accessed again. This data inside. So this data here, first name, is just going to return up here first name. So that means basically first name can only be accessed inside here. So we'd have to call get first name, and this is just basically known as data hiding. So to achieve encapsulation in Java, we basically declare the variables as private, which we've done up here. And then provide public, which you've got here, getters and setters methods to modify the variable values. And again, we've got a string here because we're going to return a string. Void, we're just setting something, we're not returning anything. So that's pretty much how it works. That's how we. It's probably the best way to demonstrate it, to be honest. So if like I went here, let me just run this. I haven't run this recently. See what happens. We're getting the numbers here, but in a sense, let me just get rid of this and just do. Let me get rid of that. Instead of having this here, let's just comment this out. So what we could do is we could just do employee E. So what we're going to say is new employee. We should have an empty constructor somewhere. No, we do not. So let's just create an empty constructor. I mean, IntelliJ, you can you got these nice selects. Let's just do. Let's see if we can have an empty constructor in this particular. So we've got an empty constructor, there we are, got rid of that. And let's just do, say we want to get e.get first name. But what we need to do here is we need to specify, so what we've got here is we've got string get first name, and I'll show you what happens when we run this. Nothing. And the reason it's done this is because we have an empty constructor, we haven't specified any particular value to that particular E, and we should throw an error or alert before runtime that the programmer, there's nothing here. So let's create a new one. Let's just do call Hadwin, and let's put these back in here. Run this. Run. You can do it. And still nothing. So what I've got here, this employee got first name, get first name, return first name. Is this taken in here? Employee, first name, last name, employee, first name, e.get. Let's get rid of Let's just do get last name. And then what we've got to do, sys out. I'm trying to think of the shortcut for. I guess we're going to just have to do it. guess we're just gonna have to type it. I've been using Eclipse recently for work purposes, but so I've forgotten all my shortcuts for IntelliJ, so I need to get those back to normal because I don't like Eclipse that much, to be honest. I much prefer IntelliJ. So let's run this. There we are. So we've basically just accessed those methods and it's pulled in the data. Pretty neat, right? I much prefer to do it this way. The benefits of encapsulation, the fields, data, whatever you want to call it, of a class can be made read or write only. A class can have total control over what's stored in that particular class, you know, those particular fields or data. The users of the class don't know how the class stores its data, so what we can basically just say is we just want to get the first name. There could be much more data in there, but we're saying we just want to get that first name, or could allow access to the first name, or we wouldn't allow access to, say, the mobile phone number of this particular person, because who could be accessing this? It could be a telemarketer and he could start calling you, you know, in the middle of the night. So we just want to give him access to the first and last name. We don't want to give him, maybe we just give him access to the first name, because you know what people are like. It's quite easy to get phone numbers online now. If you just went on Facebook, well, I probably shouldn't say, but yeah, anyways, if you go on Facebook, type someone's name or type someone's number, it'll probably bring that person up. But anyhow, yeah, that's the benefits of encapsulation. Pretty much. If you've got any questions, do drop them in the comment section below. If not, I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Goodbye.